We're here in the press room at Piedmont College talking to Emory's own Daniel Iturrey and Jared Welch, and of course the coach of the Emory Eagles. Coach, you've been through several games in your career, of course, been through a long career here at Emory. Tell us a little bit about what this moment means to you, though, personally as a coach.
I mean, obviously it's a great moment, and I think the best part of it is the 10 seniors that we have on the team. I mean, that is really the rally point for us. I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough stretch, losing a game pretty early in the tournament, and we just didn't want them to take off their uniforms this year, and we rallied around them. Great kids, and it's just a great feeling. It's just a great bunch of kids, hard workers. They love each other. We're a big family. You could see the fans that we have. So it's just a great moment for Emory baseball now.
And Jared, we had that big hit yesterday against Shenandoah, and you had 2 triples yesterday. So describe what was going through your head yesterday when you were just killing the baseball.
I like to get into the counts and work counts and get into the at-bat and see what's going on. But right before the at-bat, Coach D came up to me and said, "Hey, listen, see a fastball, hit a fastball." And I got one and got a hold of it. And so I just luckily I hit this one far enough that no one was able to catch it this time.
That's awesome.
Daniel, how about one for you as well? You seem to really love hitting at Loudermilk Field. Tell us a little bit about your time here at Loudermilk and how much you've enjoyed it, and how special it is too to kind of win a South Regional and head to the World Series in your own state.
Well, first off, hitting at Loudermilk Field, got to thank Coach Peebles for hosting us. Because without him, we wouldn't have this field for me to perform on. And I can't do it without our coaching staff, who's been there through thick and thin, always been there taking care of our hitters, making sure that we're staying short, staying through the ball. And it's always that mentality. Coach T's always been there, driving it through us. So just staying calm and driving the ball, playing my game. And in terms of winning a regional, wow, we've been looking forward to this since I got here. I'm sure all the alumni since '07 have been looking forward. We haven't been back, been a 7-year drought. Finally break that up and take it with a special group of guys who I consider family. Wouldn't want to be here with anybody else.
That's fantastic. Now, Coach, a little bit more about, of course, winning the regional here at Loudermilk Field. Doing it on Sunday was rather impressive. How it was yesterday, it was Saturday. You guys really put on a show, especially offensively. Talk a little bit about what you told your team. What was the mentality of your team heading into Saturday?
Well, we were very tired. We got back to the hotel about 1 a.m., and so we were very tired. The key was, to me, is that we really had to keep excitement because we didn't want to get too down, and and we took it one pitch at a time. And I know that that's always said, but one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, and just again, it was just worth it for us out there. I mean, I told them in 15 years, this is my 15th year here, I've never been more proud of a team having to go through all the adversity we did, getting home so late, and then bringing forth the effort that they did in a doubleheader and having to win against a great talented Shenandoah team and then a Rhodes team. So I'm just so proud of them. They brought energy to the table, and it was worth it for us to win those games.
Yeah, very impressive.
Billy Mangum here, and this is a question for all 3 of you guys. What moment do you think that there was that kind of turned everything around? Because in the broadcasting station, we like to look at it as when Kyle Monk struck out the Shenandoah guy with bases loaded in the 8th. Then you guys come back to score 4 to put it to 12-7. So what was kind of like the defining moment for this past week that you guys kind of thought, we can do this, we can really put this together?
I mean, putting together some hits against Shenandoah. I mean, I think our strength on our team this year has been our hitters and a consistent 1 through 9 lineup, and to be able to put obviously 8 runs in the first inning, but to put some good swings together. I think the first game we got a couple hits, but then we couldn't score the run. I think by getting some at bats and then getting into the regional. We had 18 days off or whatever. Getting into the regional, seeing some other pitchers besides our own in an inter-squad game, I think that kind of got us on a roll. And the confidence of our pitchers going out there with some runs, that was kind of the turning point for me, knowing that we were going to be able to score some runs, which we have all year.
For me, it was actually the loss to Bridgewater that kind of set the tone for everything, because we know that we can beat anybody in the country. We've proven that again and again. And the loss to Bridgewater for our first game was really the point where we said, listen, like, we got to turn it around. We knew why we lost. We didn't have the energy we needed. We didn't come out ready to play. And especially for us 10 seniors, we realized that we couldn't make another mistake like that. And so it really set us around and said, listen, we got 4 more games to win. Let's go out and do it. And we went out and did it.
Personally, for me, I feel that the turning point was, like Coach T said, before we even got here. We came off a great ending to our season, and we knew that we're a championship quality team. It's not just one person, it's not 2 people, it's not the starting 9, it's 1 through 37. It's everybody on the staff, it's everyone who's been a part of our program. You know, we know that we've had something special since day one. We know that with the people on our bench, you know, the people that are starting in the lineup, we know that our coaching staff is always going to be there. Just the things we got going, our wet water chants, our Bush who's carrying us through. You know, we have so many things that we just keep going, we got to believe in, and we know that those are the things, as long as we keep having fun, we keep playing our game and staying within ourselves, it's going to take us all the way.
Now, Coach, we've talked about this a little bit before as far as layoffs goes, and you mentioned a little bit about the time you had off before the regional. Talk a little bit about how tough it was to prepare in that time frame and kind of the obstacles you guys faced and some things that you guys needed to be able to prepare on as you headed into the South Regional.
Well, obviously at Emory, it's very important to be a student athlete. And so the first part of it was our finals. And the most important part of these kids, and that's why, again, why I'm so proud of these kids, is getting through their finals. And being an Alabama grad, I don't know what's put through, but these kids would call me during finals when we'd have a 1-hour lift and say, I'm in the library. So, you know, that's the first part of it. The second part of it was, you know, getting on our field. You know, we hosted a regional for softball, which is great, and it's what we should do, but we actually were not able to get on the field as much as we wanted to. So that hurt us a little bit, especially getting our pitchers together. So that kind of, it put us behind the 8 ball, but like I said, you know, the way that these kids worked in the 3 hours that we had, because we don't have lights, the way that they worked, the way that they came and were professionals in the little time that we had, again, makes me so proud of the result that we got out of it.
Billy Mangum here. Daniel, this question's for you. And we don't have Peacock or Hannon up here, so describe what their kind of role has been on the team. And because obviously we look at the offensive numbers and they are up at the top of the nation in scoring runs per game, and you guys proved that this week. So describe kind of like their role on the team and what they've meant to you guys. Having
Peacock and Hannon up there on the top of our lineup, you know, Wes has recently moved up to the top. He's always been protection for Brett, Lake, and I, and the other people in the front of the lineup. But just having them in there, having that mentality, those guys are gamers. They go after every single play. They go after every single pitch. They never take anything off. I mean, Brandon Hannon's one of my best friends of all time, and I don't think I've seen anybody play as hard as him. You know, he goes out after every single pitch. You know, he realizes that after one, it's another one. And Wes Peacock's the same. You know, he never stops. He grinds. He goes out there. He knows what he needs to do to play. He knows his job, and he gets it done.
And I think we were all very impressed by the way that you guys came out like that. So, Jared, I'll direct this question to you. And he mentioned Brett Lake, so kind of tell us what all he's meant to the team and what all he's meant to you as well.
Sure. Our team is extremely unique in the fact that everyone's role is the same, is that from 1 through 9, our job is to get on base. And after we get on base, the guy behind him is going to get on base as well. We don't have anybody in the team who's just trying to hit home runs the whole time. We have nobody in the team who's just trying not to strike out. Every single person is doing the same thing every at bat. And when you've got 9 guys on the field at the same time that can do that, you put together some good wins.
I definitely agree.
Jared, this one's for you. We'll stay with you since you've got you there. Tell us a little bit about the beard. Is it a fear of the beard thing?
So
Fight the facial hair there.
It's actually a mix of a couple things. After the Red Sox did their run this past year, I'm a Sox fan as well, so it just made sense. There was not a reason not to. So that was definitely part of the reason. And the other reason is that I do No Shave November every year, and I just forgot what a razor was at some point over the winter break and just never kind of picked one back up. So I was relatively clean shaven November 1st, and this is the result of it. And Coach T hates it, but he says, as long as you keep playing well, as long as we keep winning, you can do whatever the hell you want.
So no shave November.
No shave November, the December beard, January, February, and now we're just rolling.
Coach, getting back to you now as well. A 5-2 game, a very close game in the championship game, and kind of what we expected going into the day. We knew that what you guys did on Saturday, was one of those kinds of days that you're just going to have. And runs maybe hard to come by on Championship Sunday. What was your mentality like those last couple innings? And then, of course, bringing in Monk, who I believe had 4 saves in the tournament. That's 5 saves all year, so 4 of the 5 came in the tournament alone.
Well, we knew that they were going to throw their good pitchers. I mean, we knew that they were going to staff it today, and their pitchers had a great game. I mean, they all executed their pitches, and they had a great game. So we knew going in that we would have to kind of piece it together too. Connor Dillman was going on 3 days rest also. We knew that we got 100 and some pitches out of him, and Jackson Wee came in, a freshman, on 2 days rest, and the reason why Kyle has not had many saves is because he's a freshman, and we didn't know. I mean, we didn't know he was this good, and he has ice water in his veins. I mean, it is amazing. And Michael Batenga was our closer, and has been our closer, and has been that Kyle Monk for us, and so we needed to piece it together too, knowing that Connor was going to be on a pitch count, but I'm going to tell you, give the pitchers from Bridgewater credit. They came in and they executed some great pitches against us, and to score 5 runs is a pretty good feat for us.
All right, Coach, one more question. And you talked about how you discovered something about Monk. What is one thing that you discovered about your team here in this regional that maybe you hadn't seen before, or something that you had thought your team possessed that they really displayed here in this regional?
I've had a lot of good teams in my career here, and every year we've gotten better as a year has gone on. And this year I didn't really see that we've gotten better until 10 games to go in the season, and then something turned us around. I think it was that we didn't play a good team and we lost to them, and we didn't prepare for that team. And I pretty much got everybody together and said, listen, we're out of regionals. If we can't prepare better than that, we will not go to regionals. And I think from then on, I don't know if the kids got together. I don't know what happened, but this team started to prepare. This team had energy. This team, it was absolutely amazing. And I've been doing this a long time, and we are now to a point where we could do something in the College World Series. We really can. Again, there's going to be 8 great teams, and my first year that we were lucky to go there, we were 2-out, and it was one of those things where you kind of see, okay, the atmosphere there. The second time we won a game, and we actually lost to the eventual winners, and then our third time there, we were 1 out away from winning it. This team can do some damage there, and I think we're at the peak of our playing ability right now, and that's all about these guys that have done it.
All right, getting back to those guys, Jared, we'll go with you first, and then we'll go to Daniel. Tell us a little bit about what has surprised you most about this team that you're playing for this year.
We just don't give up, man. We just don't give up. I've been playing baseball a long time, as we all have. And the number of games we've played and the number of things that every one of us has been through, it surprises you indefinitely that you can come out day after day after day and just still want to play the game. And that's the coolest thing about this team, is that no matter what happens, tomorrow will come, and we're going to play another baseball game tomorrow. And that's been the biggest thing that's kept this season such a good season for us, is that even after a loss that shouldn't happen, we turn it around and say, you know what, it's not going to happen again. And again, it takes 1 through 9 that not a single person gives up at any point in the game. And that's been the biggest thing for us.
Daniel, how about you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing surprised me about this team. For 4 years, I've been playing with these seniors, and then progressively downwards in years with every other guy, and there hasn't been a single surprise to me. Everyone has done their job. Everyone has stepped up exactly how we've expected them to. We're capable of being a championship team. I've known this. I think Coach T has known this. I think our entire staff has known this. it's just phenomenal. I don't think there's been a surprise. I do think there's a surprise. The surprise is that we've lost. Honestly, there should have been not a single game that we've lost. We've played, the way we play is incredible. We win one, we win another one. We keep going, that's how we play, we grind. You know, we're all gamers, and there should be no surprise while we're here.
Well, congratulations, guys. You are South Regional champions.
Love you, Mom.
You're headed to
Thank you.
Appleton, Wisconsin. Fear the beard, you guys are on your way.
Let's do it.
Congratulations again, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wisconsin, you're fitting great.